So what's up YouTube? It's a nice thing here, back with another video, and I guess this video is going to be about the importance of having clarity with your life and having clarity with what you're doing, just living a life with no clarity, no understanding. You're just hazy, just half stepping through your life. It's just, from my own experience, it's fucking shitty. Like I said, I'm only 21 going into eternity, but I can say I'm very mature for my age. And I realized a lot of my life, I just never had clarity about what I really wanted to do with my life. I was just existing. I was literally just going through the emotions. I was literally just, I'm like being vessels for other people for their own projections. Like people want to do this. I just want to, people may want me just to become successful, just so I can have money and to be stable, but it never really accounts for one's own desire for happiness or just their own desire for peace. And this is kind of like what I went through when I was like in college. I was in college. I tried to do college. I couldn't do it. I went from Wayne State to community college, 2 different community colleges. I'm like, I can't do this. It's like my focus is terrible. I don't really want to do this in my heart. And my heart already knew what I wanted to do to a certain extent. Like YouTube. I want to do YouTube. I want to be a content creator. I wanted to be creative. Like literally anything, any type of creative avenue. Like that's just who I was. I did like spirituality. I guess that's probably the main thing that it pulled me to, especially at the end of like my high school career, right? I'm getting into spirituality, and I'm like, damn, I should talk about spirituality on my YouTube channel. And this is crazy because this is 2020, and I did, but I never stayed consistent with it, and that's probably why, and I may not be farther than what I would or should be, and it's just things that you need to do just because when you're not clear on goals, it's almost like you're wasting time, and that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to waste any time that we don't need to waste, and we need to get a move on as soon as possible. It don't matter if it takes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years. As long as you know what you want to do and you can stick to the plan, that is the best course of action. So I would guess the first thing that you really need to get is really, of course, you need to go soul searching. You really need to find out what you want to do, what interests you have, what hobbies that you want to turn into like a possible avenue. And if there is no avenue, you got to create one. Like literally, you have to find a way to create a way. You have to become a trailblazer in your own mind and in your own reality where you like, damn, I can't. There's nothing that, there's nobody that done what I've done. So you have to create a whole format. You got to create an idea, and you got to stick with it. And for the most part, it may not be something that is popular, but you got to realize that with you as an individual and who you are, you will make things popular. Like if you could think of something that's so personal to you, I guarantee you somebody's out there that's on that same type of journey that's probably looking for people like you. And as long as you can market yourself the right way, as long as you can speak from your heart the right way, you can garner the attention of those type of people, and you will create a following off of that. And I think that just goes into brand building. But you really need to find out who you are and what do you want to do. Like I wouldn't stress that enough. I say, even though my life may not be perfect, I can honestly say I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I believe is in my highest good. I'm doing what is in my highest future good. Something that my inner child would be like, damn, like this is what Kevin really want to do. This is what Kevin's perfect life would consist of. If Kevin was happy, this is what he would be doing. And that's how I'm living. Of course, reality may not reflect it. Of course, I may be struggling. I don't like even saying that, but of course, I may not be in the position I want to be right now. But that's not saying, or it's not negating that I probably will, and I will be in the future. A lot of great things just take time, and you got to realize that the journey is to build you to who you are going to become for that desired, result. Of course, when you get the desired result, that don't mean it stops. It just, I think people become so concerned with the desired result that they forget about the journey, and you got to realize that the journey is the process. The journey is the happiness. The journey is the peace. Uh, the ups and downs. Like I said, make the journey worthwhile. And if you just got what you wanted, you wouldn't even appreciate it. And the journey allows you to become that person that you need to be. So always be willing to go through the journey, but you need clarity in what you want to do so that you're not wasting any time. Like, another point is you got to understand where you are, understand where you're going, and you got to understand that you need to create a plan and stick to the plan no matter how rough it get, no matter how sticky it get, no matter how, just lame it get. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm about to say, I hate that it requires a lot of presence in your immediate reality to really get ahead in your life. I think people always like to check out their lives and just want to live their life on autopilot. I want to. I don't like feeling things, so I have to force myself to feel things, and force myself to be here because overall, if I don't, I'm doing a disservice to myself when I'm not present, when I'm not allowing myself to feel these emotions. These type of emotions, like, I know people say like negative emotions and low vibrations, like, oh, feeling fear and guilt and all these things. These type of emotions will cause you to do better. If you don't want to feel them, you will keep going through this cycle of like trying to avoid them, and it's gonna keep you in the same position. These emotions and these feelings cause for action. They cause for better decisions to be made. They call for wiser ideas and creative ideas to come out. It's almost like your intuition, like, when your back is against the wall, and like I said, you get an idea. It's like that idea may just be that $1 million idea. Just like these emotions are coming out to fester up some energies to push you forward with your life. And if you refuse to feel these emotions, you might not ever get out the same spot you're sitting in. You're gonna be running, like, just jogging in place. And then Denzel Washington say something like, "Don't confuse movement with progress." You being allowing yourself to feel your emotions is a form of progress. You're growing emotionally. If you're avoiding your emotions, it's like a sense of movement. You just making you. Of course, you're trying to do this, but you're not doing what the main work that needs to be done, and it's going to keep you in the same position that you are in. And let's say even if you do move forward, what have you truly learned? You haven't learned anything. You still feel as miserable as you was before. And I think that's one thing I try to avoid, is that I don't like. I try not to even allow my head to allow my mind to get in the headspace where, oh, life is gonna be so different when, I make it, and life not gonna be that different. It's gonna be more responsibilities. It's gonna be more money. It's gonna be more problems, and I need to learn to appreciate, what I got and what isn't there, but also just the intangibles. Life just brings a lot of intangibles that if you don't pay attention to them, they'll go right over your head. They'll just you just wouldn't notice, and you would miss out on them. And intangibles, in my opinion, are like some of the most important things in life. Like I said, money can't buy peace. Money can't buy happiness to a certain extent, and money can't buy freedom to a certain extent. Especially if you feel like you imprisoned inside your heart. If you feel like you imprisoned inside your mind. If you even imprisoned inside your, and let's bring it physical. If you were imprisoned inside your room, money can't buy that type of, like, freedom. Like, because freedom is more like a mindset. Some people don't care about anything, and they're some of the most freest people on the planet. We see these people, even if they crazy, even if they like completely like lost it, they are still freer than the average person. And of course, it's not always ethical how some people are, like, legit, like, psychopaths just going about, their regular life just causing chaos. But whether I like it or not, they free. Whether we agree with it or not, they free. And you got to realize this freedom is only something you can really find inside your heart. You can only find it inside your mind. You cannot just go trying to buy freedom. And, I think a lot of people need to really understand that. And I guess the last thing I would say is you got to learn to limit your time wasting. Like, clarity will allow you to stop wasting your time. Like, exactly what you want. Stick to the plan. Just go. Literally, that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm just going. I'm just going off how I feel, going off what I'm thinking, going off what my heart feels, going off what my mind is thinking, going off what my spirit is telling me to say. And more times than not, your spirit is always right. It's always trying to lead you in the right direction. But gaining clarity on situations, gaining clarity on your purpose, gaining clarity on your ideals, your principles, your values, your standards, your boundaries as an individual will allow you to cut the BS with people that are not on the same, little wavelength as you. It will cut a lot of BS people from your life. It'll cut a lot of BS things from happening to you. And that's one thing I can say, that clarity has brought me immense peace with myself and just my environment and just the outside world. Like, I understand it's certain things I won't do just because it fogs up my mind. It doesn't allow clarity to dwell inside my mind with certain things. Like, I don't like being a bad person, so I don't like. I try to live righteously as I can. I don't try not to do anything bad. Of course, that's not saying I don't slip up sometimes. Let's say even just with so many. Let's say like small things, negativity, gossip, or just talking shit about people, even though you may not be. It's not seen as that type of negative act. When you think about it deeper, it kind of is, and I try to limit that as much as I can. But it's like a fog in your mind. That's how I feel with me when I do it sometimes, and I'm conscious of it. I'm like, Kevin, you know you shouldn't have said that. And it's almost like a block getting put in my head that's causing me like to not think straight. And it's just when you got clarity, when you're able to push a lot of things to the side that you don't need and just negative, or it's just taking up space in your mind, it allows for almost like a smooth highway. Like, it just allows for things to run more smoothly, and your mind to work much smoother, and you to really be able to maximize your capabilities without zero problems. So yeah, that is the importance of clarity. Why you should have it. You know, you need to understand where you're going. You need to understand where you are. You need to understand yourself and the deep purpose of that. Uh, and also, you need clarity to really understand your plan, sticking to the plan. But also, it will limit all of your time wasting a lot. So, if y'all like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.